No matter which sports here, we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
Sports to the bone, people. Welcome back to another live show. Yes, my viewers and subscribers, blessings. Hope you guys are doing okay. Hope you are enjoying your day so far. So this one is this one's gonna be real quick. Had some time on my hand, and the fact that West Indies just finished playing, I decided that it's maybe a good idea to come on and just talk a little bit, give you guys an opportunity to come and express yourselves and let us know what you all think about the game. It was pretty interesting, as I said in the video that I did immediately after the game. It's always good to win. It's always good to secure a series, but I'm not 100% happy with how things went down, especially in the middle overs when we were batting. Also, at one point in time when we were bowling, it was really difficult for us. So, I just want to come on for a little bit and give you guys an opportunity to share your thoughts on the game. Yeah, man. All right, so just take your time and come in as soon as you're in. Just give the video a like, and you can just go in the comment section and let me know that you are on. As I always say, like the video so that YouTube can push it out. Not a lot of people are aware that we are live because it was a last-minute thing to come live. So just want to talk about today's game, talk about a few changes that we probably can make for the final game. And the World Test Championship final starts tomorrow. India taking on Australia. That one is going to be very interesting. So, I figure that we can talk a little bit about that also. All right, so we're going to do the same thing that we always do in terms of when we go live after a game. I am just going to assume that you are just joining the live. You didn't get a chance to see the game. So I'm just going to do a quick run through of the scorecard. So West Indies, we batted first, and we scored 306 all out, right? We scored 306 all out in 49.5 overs. Brandon King, he made 64, and Johnson Charles made, hold on, let me see. Brandon King, he made 64, and Johnson Charles made 63. We had Casey Carty getting 32, and Odin Smith, he was able to pick up 37. So those were the main contributors with the bat. We had Hodge, Shai Hope, those guys also got in the 20s, and they were able to help us get closer to that 300 mark. Shamar Brooks, he made 20. Raston Chase 7, Hope 23, Hodge 26, Yannick Correa 7, Dominic Drakes 8, and Akeem Jordan remained not out on 3. So that is how the batting went. In terms of the bowling for us, let me just quickly just give you some info on the bowling. So where the bowling is concerned, we had a couple of guys that were able to get wickets early up, but we were just not able to close out the innings. So we would have seen Odin Smith and Hodge both picking up 2 wickets. Raston Chase, Yannick Correa, they picked up a wicket each, and Akeem Jordan also picked up Raston Chase picked up 2 wickets, sorry. Chase picked up 2 and Hodge picked up 2. Odin Smith picked up 1. So that is how the bowling went for us. So as I said earlier, we got off to a good start. I personally think that we should have made over 380 quite easily, quite convincingly. 306. Not saying that it's the worst score in the world, but the start that we got, we should have gotten past 380. And if we are going to challenge the bigger teams, we want to be able to push. Want to be able to maximize on all the starts. Can be a case where we're going to get half. We get a start at the top, then half in the middle, half at the end. Can be like that. All right, the middle order is weak. Casey Carty batting below number 4 does not make any sense. He not a stroke maker. But you see, the thing is, I can understand you saying that Casey Carty, I like to see him at 3 or 4. But when it comes down to 50 over, especially when you're losing wickets, you know, when you expect that you're probably not going to battle 50 overs, sometimes it's good to have a one man there that will, you know, stick around. But I get what you are saying. In fairness to Casey Carty, though, today was one of those, you know, he had one of those innings where he just went out there and he was looking to attack from ball 1. You know, he was looking positive, went out there on the front foot. That pitch was dead. Poor batting from the West Indies. Yeah, the pitch was pretty flat. It looked like one of them artificial pitch. Not saying it's an artificial pitch, but it just looked flat. You understand? And I guess they played a lot of cricket on it leading up to this point. So I guess it's time for the pitch to get some rest. But you know, we should have and I guess that is why in the middle order in the middle overs when UAE were batting, I guess that's one of the reasons why they were able to stick out there and you know, basically keep us at bay. So I know we probably want to lean and say it's not our first team, but at the end of the day, the quality that we had in that team should be telling them. The quality in that team should be able to play better. These are all, not say all established international stars, but you know, the amount of cricket that these guys play, you know, you would have expected them to do a little better when they started off. Keep up the good work. Shout out from St. Kitts and Nevis, home of Brian Messiah. Yeah, man, shout out to all of the guys over there in St. Kitts and Nevis. I think it was yesterday that I did a video talking about the players that they retained. They have retained Joshua De Silva, Evan Lewis, Sheldon Cottrell, Andre Fletcher, and I think there's one or two other players that they retain that I spoke about. So, yeah, man, big up every time. All right. It's just one of those days for the youngster, a learning process. Yeah, man, Bones, it's a learning process, yes. And it's not like we're saying we're writing them off, you know. I'm just saying, you know, it's not every day you're going to get a pitch like this. So when I get a pitch like this against, and with all due respect to UAE, when I get a pitch like this with an opponent like that, because the UAE, they weren't bowling too well. You understand? The fact that we got 300 was even courtesy to UAE. They weren't bowling too well at all. They bowled a lot of short ball, a lot of wide balls, gave a lot of extras and stuff. So, you know, I personally think that they are young, as you said, not only in age, but in terms of their ODI career, you know, the Carty and these guys. But, you know, I think it was an opportunity today. I think it was an opportunity miss to really get some more runs. Congratulations to Darren Sammy and the West Indies team. Remember, this is a reserve team, or best players not in the team. They will play qualifiers. But the thing though, Ian Williams, that is what I addressed just now. It's not our best team. It's not our best team. But the players that played in that game, they have played enough international cricket to really compete on a higher level against the UAE team. And it's not like I'm expecting a load of miracle from the other guys either, because they contribute to us having to play qualifiers. You understand? They are a part of the reason why we are ranked number 9 in the world. You understand? This is not me taking anything, you know, trying to throw anything in their faces or anything, but it's a reason why we are ranked number 9. And as you said, these guys are not first teamers. They come in and they get the job done. But based on the talent and based on the amount of cricket that some of these guys would have played, you know, that's why I'm saying that. But obviously with Pooran and Joseph and Holder and Hetmeyer, if he gets a chance, obviously if these guys come back, we're expecting them to play better. But I'm still not expecting any miracle from these guys, because they are always in the team and we are still ranked number 9 in the world. You understand? And You know, a lot of these big name players were in the T20 squad just the other day when we got knocked out of the qualifiers in the T20 World Cup. Excuse me. So it's not like I'm expecting a lot of miracle when these guys return. West Indies fans can please win or lose. So this is the thing, Travis. You see, when you're supporting cricket and you don't only support it when they are winning, you tend to really look at the fine details that would cause the team to improve. I'm not sure if this is us bashing the players or anything. This is us saying that there is room for improvement, and you know, it's the same thing. If you interview the players, they are going to say the same thing. So there is no harm in fans saying it. If you interview the players, they are going to say that, listen, they might not say it outright like we are saying it, but they're going to say, listen, you know, there are a few things that we got wrong. You know, we need to rotate the strike some more. We need to be more more purposeful when we're batting. That is them admitting the same thing. So this is not us bashing them. You know, it's just called watching the cricket and reasoning the cricket. The only person I would give a bad ratings today is Brooks. All right, I hear you. Congratulations, Hope and boys. Working in progress. And I agree, Travis. I agree. It's a work in process, you know. But you know, as I always say, there's always room for improvement. That's all we are saying. We're not saying that the guys aren't they are not good any at all or anything like that. It's just watching the game, analyzing the game, and looking at where we need to improve and looking at things that make us better. You know, even the teams that are ranked #1 in the world, Test, ODI, and T20 cricket, after every game, they look at it and they say, you know, this is where we could have improved. Doesn't mean they're not happy with the win. And it's not a case of them not being able to please. You understand? But, you know, it's just a way of analyzing the thing. The last ODI, Alec and Sinclair and someone else, but Brooks and Chase and Carty outsays Kurt. All right. I understand what you're saying, bro, but we won by 80-something runs. Yeah, we won by, I think, about 78 runs, Bobby. We won by about 80-something runs. So, you know, it's a good margin to win by. But I'm just saying I saw certain things that we still need to and if you look at how they were bowling, one of the reasons why I'm kind of going at it this way is because of how the UAE bowlers were bowling. They weren't unsung today. You know, it's not like they were bowling extremely sharp or anything like that. So, you know, that bowling lineup does not have a strike bowler. All right. With UAE, is not if we win, is how we should be winning. The margin today slimmed down from the first game. We couldn't even bowl them out. That's what I'm saying. You know, we look at it and say that we win by 70 odd runs, but you know, you see, because I watched the entire game, maybe that's why I'm looking at it like that. And the way how we started, we took a couple of wickets, and then, you know, in the middle part, we were unable to break them. And I know that the pitch wasn't the best for bowling, but, you know, I was still expecting a little bit more. Yeah, man. Blessings. What happened to Kemo Paul today is he injured or rested. All right, so the first thing, when I saw the playing 11, I noticed that Kemo Paul wasn't a part of it. I wasn't overly concerned. And this is not because I wanted them to drop Kemo Paul. I wasn't overly concerned because it's a possibility that Kemo Paul will have to play a role in the qualifiers. I think he's in the qualifying squad. So, you know, you don't want to play him that quickly in the heat. We know how Kemo Paul is, his hamstrings and stuff like that, you know. So to play as a seam bowler, to bowl 8, 9, 10 overs just a day apart, you know, in that heat, it's probably wouldn't have been the best thing. So I wasn't overly worried. So I figured they were just resting him. What do you think about Chase? I have given my decision on Chase already. You know, Chase should not be in the team. When I said that, I hear some people asking why not drop somebody else, why drop Chase. I'm not even going to go through the whole thing already. Sometimes I don't even waste my time to talk about players that I know should not be in the team. You understand? And this is not me trying to box food out of a man's mouth, so to speak, but shouldn't be in the team. You understand? Shouldn't be in the team. I mean, he picked up a couple of wickets today, but I don't have him in the team. Chase will never be dropped from West Indies. Chase go be captain of all formats shortly. Well, I don't put it past them, if they can't see that man shouldn't be in the team, I don't put it past them. I think Hope captaincy gave the young guys a chance to showcase themselves. I was pretty impressed once again with Shai Hope's captaincy. I spoke about it after the first game, and today again, it was pretty good. Especially he did something to get rid of one of the batsmen. I don't remember if it was one of the openers, where he actually pulled a fielder. The fielder was standing a little bit further back from mid on, not all the way to long on, and he placed the fielder there, and the ball to the plan, and the ball went straight there for a catch. So you can see him actually thinking his way through the game. Enough of these Barbados players now. Chase and Brooks, if we go one side. We had a bad second half to the bowling, and a bad second half with the batting, and a bad second half in the bowling. And that is the thing, Sheldon. We spoke about this on the last live show. We need to be able to close out games. You understand? We need to be able to close out games. It cannot be a case where, as I said, I understand the situation with the pitch, but the bowlers got even, they weren't as disciplined. They got indisciplined in the latter end. The bowlers got indisciplined, a lot of sharp balls, and things like that. Smith, I answer your question. She should be out in the last ODI game. Also, Brooks and Carty. All right, Smith can be a great bowler. If he plays more red ball, he gets so much bounce for a short man. That's the thing in a buns. That's the thing. And this is something that we have spoken about already. The thing is, Odin Smith and O'Shane Thomas is the same thing. They didn't get a chance to learn how to bowl. And this is not me knocking Odin Smith as a bowler. But when it comes down to red ball cricket, you need to have the mindset, and you need to be willing to put in the work. You understand? These guys go around playing T20 and T10 cricket, where all they need to do is bowl 4 overs and 2 overs. So they don't get a chance to put in a lot of work. When it comes on to test cricket, you have to bowl long spells. Sometimes spells of 10 overs, 12 overs. And sometimes you're looking to bowl 25, 28 overs. Well, maybe not as a pacer. Sometimes 19, 20 overs for the day, right? In a red ball game. These guys are not built that way. So you notice that even his run-up is extremely short. So when you look at somebody like Odin Smith, he generates a lot of pace, but from the shoulders. He generates most of the pace from the shoulders. You understand? So and that is not good. And the only way to rectify something like that is to play a lot of red ball cricket, put your body through the work and things like that. All right. I believe that those who have not played yet should play, but I don't believe it should be at the expense of players who are going to the World Cup. These players need the preparation. You see, Gums, and that is something that someone pointed out to me a couple of days ago, and I really can understand that. I had Raston Chase out and Casey Carty out, for Sinclair and Arthurnes, and I probably still have it in my mind. But someone drew it to my attention that these guys are already in the squad for the qualifiers. So doesn't make any sense. You take them out, just allow them to get the adequate preparation. And I mean, with the series already finished, I definitely can understand the line of reasoning. That's good reasoning right there. Hernandez, blessings. Hope should have come in at 4. That caused a slowdown and the batting went out of whack. So you are saying for today's game, Hope probably should have come in a little earlier to get the thing. I mean, maybe they knew that they had it under control, and they just wanted to give the other guys an opportunity. Hodge, as we know, didn't get a chance to bat in the last game. So probably, as you said, someone said it was about giving those guys a chance out there. Blessings, Smith, blessings. Sports to the bone, me can't catch the live them again. Wagwan, bowling poor and them fi bowl out them lily side there. All right, so with the live show, this one right here wasn't pre-planned from this morning. It was in the latter part of the game. I said, let us go live. But so on Sundays, once I am not too busy, we're going to be live on Sundays at 6 p.m. If you're in Jamaica, that's going to be 5 p.m. your time. You understand? I think it's around about 6 p.m. the same time for Trinidad and Guyana and them place, if I'm not mistaken. So, so 6 p.m., 5 p.m. Jamaica time on Sundays. Every now and again, we might do a pop-up live in the weekdays. Because as I said, I am on holidays now. So every now and again, we might do a little pop-up live. Locked in from Guyana. Blessed all. All right, blessings. I'm intent to score runs. All right. To me, Odin Smith can play every format, sports to the bone. I mean, the pace is there now. He has the pace that you would want to play. But the reason why I'm saying this, remember in Test cricket, people are not always going to be going at you, So you want to play a lot of red ball cricket so you can develop different ways of working a batsman out. Batsmen are not always going to go at you. So, it's after you bowl 9-10 overs in Test cricket, sometimes they start getting tired. So this is where the skill set come in now. And the only way to develop that sort of skill set is to play a lot of red ball cricket. And these guys aren't playing red ball cricket. Not even talking about their fitness level. These guys are not playing red ball cricket enough to find out how to work out a patient batsman that is out there to settle down and bat. Sports to the bone. When Mayers come back for Zimbabwe, where is Johnson Charles batting now? I think Johnson Charles is actually going to exit the playing 11. As much as a white, it's hard for me to say that the man is there and he's scoring. But I think once he's back, it's going to be Brandon King, Kyle Mayers. Who to tell? Maybe we see Johnson Charles at 3, but knowing the selectors, it's going to be Shamar Brooks at 3, Nicholas Pooran 4. Well, Shai Hope 4, Pooran 5, Powell 6. So I'm not too sure how he's going to get in. West Indies is a work in progress. However, Chase and Brooks should not be undroppable, he's saying. Should not be undroppable. Good figures from Smith, but yes, he needs to play more red ball cricket that depend on the player's ambition. Exactly. So that's why I say if a player don't want to play and if they see where they're earning their living, they're not going to do that. Do you think with David Warner, do you think with David Warner might retire before the Pakistan series that might hurt Australia? I am almost certain that David Warner said that he's going to retire. I can double check, but I'm almost sure he said that he's going to retire after the Pakistan series. Imran, but I can double check. I'm almost certain he said that it's going to be after the Pakistan series. But losing somebody like a David Warner is definitely going to hurt Australia. I mean, they're always grooming cricketers to take over, but this is a man that is a leader on the field. Might not be wearing the captain's armband, but he's a leader. He's one of those guys that once he goes out to the crease, he's already putting the batsman, the bowlers on the back foot because of the fear factor. So, David Warner leaving is definitely going to leave a gap in Australia's cricket. What day is the last ODI playing? I think that the last one is going to be today's which day? Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe Thursday. They usually have a day rest. All right. Charles not in the qualifier squad. That again. Yeah. So Charles was brought in to replace Devon Thomas. So good catch right there. All right. Mayers should bat at 3 when he returns. I don't see that happening, Charles and Mayers to open, King at 3, Hope 4, Pooran 5, Powell 6, Kimo Paul at 7, say Sheldon. But the thing is, Johnson Charles is not in the qualifiers. He's not in that squad. I know you go live on Sunday, man, but Sunday is a busy day for me. Odin Smith bowling, already know, and then he make some buck up bowling and bowl good. All right, I hear you. Dodge Total Sports is Johnson Charles is not on the World Cup. Yeah. I think Brooks and Charles will fight for the number 3 spot. So yeah, you're probably here by now, but Charles isn't in the squad. Sports of the Bone, gotta keep Charles as backup in case somebody get hit the head while batting. I mean, they already have people there, so you know, Brooks numbers are not in the worst. Y'all harsh on the man, and you see that is the thing, you know, Gregory. Why I'm hesitant to drop Brooks. I mean, I'm a bit hesitant to drop him because sometimes his strike rate hurts us, and batting at 3, you want somebody that is rotating the strike. But if you look at our ODI cricket, you know, over the last year and a half, I think Shamar Brooks and Nicholas Pooran, I think those are the guys that have been scoring some of the runs, and Odin Smith, apart from Shai Hope, of course. You know, but I can understand what the people are saying in terms of wanting somebody else more proactive batting at number 3. But you see, where we are going to probably appreciate Shamar Brooks is when we come up against some of the other top teams, and you know, we see where we start losing wickets and you just want somebody to drop anchor and bat. But if I would have things my way right now, this would be my top 6. This would be my top 6. My top 6 right now would be Kyle Mayers, Brandon King. At 3, we have Shamar Brooks. At 4, Shai Hope. 5, Pooran. 6, Ravman Powell. I want Alec Arthanes in the team. You know, want Alec Arthanes in the team, but with Brooks, with Pooran and Powell coming back in, it's gonna be tough. You understand? Unless you're gonna have Arthanes batting at 3 if you rotate Brooks. But you know, I think Brooks is definitely going to be playing the qualifiers. I agree, Bobby. Burns, Charles, and Brooks should be rotated instead of playing boring Brooks. Every game he gonna put us to sleep. What we need now is another serious bowler with Alzari. Pity O'Shane Thomas fell off the scene. Maybe Paul or Drakes can fill the slot. Yeah, I mean, you need somebody with pace and skill, because what we find these days is that not a lot of batsmen are afraid of pace. You know, if you are somebody like Alzari Joseph that is regularly clocking 140s, and you know you're bowling a good line and length, you know, you're probably going to scare them. But you need somebody that is skillful with the ball. Also, as you said, you know, maybe one of these guys can take up the role. Let us see. I heard that O'Shane Thomas is working on his fitness, and we're going to see him in the CPL. So let us see. Brooks should play Test cricket only. Leave the ODI and T20 for the youngster to shine now. And as I always say now, it's not about just leaving it for the youngsters to shine. The youngsters need to outplay them. And Shamar Brooks has always been somebody that is good. Just a minute there, guys. All right, sorry about that, peeps. That was a little bit of emergency. Had to take that one. All right, Brooks scores runs consistently and only against minors like Holland and Ireland. Then and again, we are minors, so understandable. West Indies sad, yes. Brooks will be playing the World Cup. I mean, you see, we it's a reason why we're ranked number 9, you know. All right, so Smith saying so it's gonna be Friday at 9 for the last game. All right. Sherwin blessings. Brooks should not be playing for the West Indies, he says. All right. Chase should not be playing. We can do better. Hardball says Brooks not ready sports to the bone. Believe me, when him play against big teams, him no not ready. We only would have played Charles at 3 in a T20 game. In ODI, no. All right. Here's a crazy suggestion. I would put Ravman at 3, Brooks at 5 because of Brooks is one of the better players of spin and Ravman is good at pace. I mean, it's not the worst idea I've ever heard, but usually at 3 you still want a classical batsman that, not saying that he isn't classical and he's not capable of playing the paces and rotating the strike. I hear you. I hear you. And I mean, he should be willing to do that because at the end of the day, he's only in the team as a specialist batsman. So if you're in the team as a specialist batsman, you should be able to bat anywhere. You know, it's really sad that we're talking about a specialist batsman. We have to be hiding him from spin. He's no longer an all-rounder in the team, you know. O'Shane Thomas working on his fitness about 7 years. It's taking kind of long. Yeah, you know. King is starting to really fulfill his potential. Looking like a world-class batsman. I'm hoping to see him in all formats soon. Definitely. Sports to the bone, Hayden Walsh, all runner now because it's the only way he could make a comeback in the team. Well, the last I saw from Hayden Walsh, he was winning a golfing tournament. So I don't know. I believe that not playing Arthanes today was not a good move for the youngster. He should have been given 2 games in the series. So many people are talking about his brilliance. Why not play him? I don't know, Star. I don't know. Jefferson, I have Arthanes playing the game. So as I say, maybe they I don't even know. I can't give you an excuse because he should be playing. Arthanes should have made his ODI debut from in South Africa. So I don't know. I was impressed with the attacking captaincy from Hope, employing 2 slips for most of the UAE innings. Our previous captains have usually been too defensive. I mean, it was a good pickup. It was a good read, especially for Karaya. He was getting the ball to move away from to turn away from the batsman. So, you know, that was a good move. In the last live, I think I spoke about Yannick Karaya not bowling the wrong one more often, and I think I saw quite a bit of it today. So, you know, shout out to him. You know, as a leg spinner, you definitely want to have that in. Kevin Sinclair should be playing instead of Chase. Well, I already said that, you know, but, you know, as they say, Chase is in the thing. So, Ali Cartone should be instead of Brooks. He can also bowl. All right, so I finally caught up on the comments. But, you know, all in all, I am happy that they were able to win. Happy that they got a series victory. But if you came on early, you would have heard me talking about, you know, the fact that we need to learn to close off games. You know, Korea need to develop a googly. Yeah. We should be thinking ahead of the main World Cup and play Arthanes. We should be thinking ahead to the main World Cup, and I don't know why they're not playing him in a Sheldon. I don't know why. As I said, Arthanes should have made his ODI debut from the South Africa series. So the South Africa series that we played, he should have made his debut. So I don't know what's going on. It's unfair why them still playing Chase and Cartier and not Alec and Sinclair. Utter rubbish by Haynes again. So Kirk, this one is not by Desmond Haynes. No, Haynes already selected him in the squad. So this would have to lie at the feet of Darren Sammy, his coaching staff, and the captain. Well, based on my knowledge, so the selectors would select the core, the group of guys. They would select the squad. When they give them the squad, it's now handed over to the captain and the coach or the coaches. They are the ones that select the final 11, not Desmond Haynes. You know, Desmond Haynes is not there at the practice sessions. He's not there at the practice at the training sessions to see who should play in the 11. So, you know, I don't know what they are waiting on. Arthur is getting a raw deal. Imagine they pick Hodge and Cartier ahead of him. How much more runs he have to score to prove himself? And that is the thing. You see, I can understand them giving Hodge a go because he scored some runs. You understand, and he bowls the spin. But at the end of the day, Alec Arthanes was class and quality throughout the Super 50 and the Red Ball tournament. So, you know, I can understand him feeling some kind of way that he's still still yet to get a chance. Ravman have very good stroke play. He's just not serious or ambitious about being a world batter and work. And I mean, I have seen him stroking the ball around, but the difference about batting at number 3 in an ODI game is that, as you said, you have to be willing. You have to be serious and willing to settle down and bat. I have seen him bat for periods, but batting at number 3, you have to be willing to settle down and bat. And as much as we are calling for somebody that is going to show more, as much as we are calling for somebody that's going to show more attacking instinct, batting at number 3, you still have the opportunity to chew up maybe a 8, 9, 10 that balls every now and again, and because based on the situation and have the mindset to know that you still need to bat deep without going blazing and probably giving it away. West Indies need some good fast bowler, different from Joseph and Roach. The fast bowlers them not ready, and some good spinner. West Indies batting them strength, so them need to play them best batters. Yeah, we definitely need some bowlers coming through. As I say, Akeem Jordan is there coming through doing his thing. The problem is a lot of the guys are leaning towards the T20 cricket. So, they are not bowling, they are not getting in a lot of reps. They are not getting in a lot of overs to work on their skill. Alec Arthanes need to develop a googly. I don't even know if I don't even know if I want to pressure him too much to develop that. Arthanes make this team as a batsman easily. And then, he can do whatever with the ball. They should give him an opportunity with the bat. Bayesian bias. I don't know. Politics as usual. Alec have to start bowling medium pace, yes, or start bowling off spin. If Darren Bravo could do it and take wickets, so can he. But I mean, even if so, he has done the work to get in as a specialist batsman. Or is it a case that you have to be an all-rounder to make the team? Must be that. He has done enough work to make the team as a specialist batsman. Brooks and Chase need to go, say Sheldon. Come on, people. Alec just played 15 out of 20 days of cricket. No, but the work that Alec did at the regional level and thing, that is to get him up there. I am sure that all of that work don't even count for anything if they're not going to give him the opportunity. You understand? He needs to play. He needs to play. And that is where you show that is how we're going to know if he's ready for the next level. A lot of times we see people dominate the regional level, and when they step up, they are not ready. But the man work for the spot, so they have to give him, man. CWI selectors, Uncle Haynes, have a thing against Guyana and Windward Islands. Well, I don't know, I don't know. Sports Zone, people need to understand Chase is the team official mascot. He's doing his job. Leave him for alone. Arthanes is not as important. Probably. It's unfortunate for Charles that he's not in the World Cup squad. He's made use of every chance he's been given. I suspect he will end up in the squad eventually, though. Yeah, it's a possibility that they might change things, even after the qualifiers. As I said, he has grabbed the opportunities with both hands. So Arthanes doesn't bowl. Arthanes bowls Bowls good spin. What you talking about? Arthanes bowls. He bowls pretty well. But I'm saying that he can make the team he makes the team as a batsman. But he actually bowls pretty good. You know, and this is not only me seeing him in the game. The man came on the interview that I did with him, and he said it himself that he bowls spin. So, you know, supposed to I am not mouthing Joseph, but if I am not I think he said bad mouthing Joseph, but if he gets injured, we need another fast bowler option in case like McKenny Clark and Jair McAllister. Yeah, you always need backups. You always need backups, you know. I hope Alec gets to bat at 3 or 5 in the next game. All right. Arthanes is actually a pretty good half spin bowler. Will they make any addition or adjustment to the World Cup qualifier squad after the UAE ODIs? I mean, they named the squad, so if they are going to make any adjustment, I guess it would have to be a situation where it's probably an emergency and they have to contact the ICC or whoever and try to get it changed. But I'm always thinking that once you submit a squad to the ICC, usually you don't just go around changing it because you think a man is in better form. You know, you generally speaking, that's how it works. Sports about the only guys they picking are all rounders. We just want Arthanes in the playing 11 if it means him bowling some if he's even that, brother. If he's even that. The man did enough work in the red ball cricket, still did not get a test game. I mean, he played in the Bangladesh A series, right? Man did enough work in the Super 50, still can't get a white ball game. Yeah, this is your madness. If Ocean Thomas could really make a come and bowl fast and learn to bowl different speed, often it would be good. Sports at the bone, you know, here nothing about the greatest fielder in the world, Fabian Allen. Well, the only thing I hear is that Fabian Allen, I saw him posting. I don't remember who sent me a video, but I saw him on Instagram putting in some work, batting in the nets and doing some stuff. So, you know, he's there for the Talawas for CPL. So let us see. Even though we win these 2 matches, I still don't much important. And as I always say, sports one we qualifiers for exactly. And we were saying it earlier. All right. Alec will play the next game. Alec had 3 in the last ODI, and Sinclair could bat from 6 to 8. All right. I firmly believe that West Indies is on the verge of making it back to the top of the world cricket with guys like Mackenzie, Arthanes, Hodge, Seals, Joseph, Jordan, Moti, and a few others. I mean, the talent is there now, Jefferson. The talent is there. But when you say back to the top of the world, you're talking about what? What format? What format you're talking about? Because we have to remember that even though we see these guys coming through, you know, the other cricketers around the world, they are not sitting down and waiting, you know, the other nations not sitting down and waiting. They are out there putting in the work also, and they are improving. But as I said, these are guys that seems to be committed, but, you know, sometimes it seems that way until they get that first franchise contract. You know, so all right, so it's now 43 minutes in. If you are on the live, if you are in the live chat and you want to come on and have your say, the link is in the description below. You can come on and have a chat with us because I close off at 7. So you can come on and have a chat with us the next 15 minutes. You will be able to talk. So I'm you know, still going to be reading, but it's open. Arthanes is one of the young star batsmen coming through. We need him in the team. It's time to stop the foolishness. As I said, Arthanes should have played Test cricket, should have made his Test debut already, should have also made his ODI debut. Arthanes should have played from South Africa. The series that we played against South Africa, Arthanes should have played. I don't know what is wrong with these people. Arthanes is 24 already. How long more will they take? I mean, and it's not like they don't know the guy can play. Those who saw the interview that I did with him, the man was a leading run scorer in the Youth World Cup that he was at. Fell off the wagons a little bit, came back, and he's now, man, do enough work. Man has done enough work. ODI and test. All right. And that is the thing, Jefferson. We just have to hope that these guys will want to play. Because a couple of those names, Moti and these guys, already playing test cricket. But as I said, if Mackenzie, Kirk Mackenzie and Hodge and all of these guys, Seals, if they are serious, man, the talent is there, Is Mackenzie in the UAE? Kirk Mackenzie, no, Kirk isn't there. Adjustments I have to make because Chase and Brooks not ready. Them not ready. Right now, me would have Allen off spin than some name where me hear a call. Because me know much better than Allen. I hear you, but Allen is another one that he has to show that he really wants to play. People need to watch the Sri Lanka versus Afghanistan ODI series going on now. Both better than us right now. It's a good thing we're not in the group, yes, but our group still challenging. Yeah, man, we have Nepal and a couple of other teams that are going to be tough. As I always say, there's a reason why we're playing the qualifiers, Mackenzie is not there, but Chase is still. If Arthanes was Bajan, he would have been the vice captain already, eating knife and fork with Uncle Haynes. And you see, I don't want to say that, but I'm not too sure how he doesn't make that team. I don't know how he doesn't make that team. A couple of years ago, Chase was in good form and was doing well in a but so I can understand, but boy, I can't find any reason to say that man should be in the team, man. All to play next game. Arthanes, Carty, Sinclair, Akeem, Karaya, Charles, Hodge, Drakes, Brooks, Smith, King, and King to captain. All right. Frank, just let me know in the comment section if this is the Frank. I like to identify you guys before I let you on. We don't want any mishap. So I see Frank is there trying to get on, but just identify yourself in the comment section and in the chat and thing. West Indies need to choose right player. Choose good. I think Sri Lanka not in our group. What did Chase do with the bat today? He was okay with the ball, but I feel this is doing more long-term. I feel this is doing more long-term harm to Chase. He is getting so much bashing by the fans. It's all the selectors' fault. You see, and this is the thing, the fans will always bash, the fans will always bash. So the selectors are not necessarily going to listen to the fans to try and stop the bashing. They should select or not select people based on performance. And as I always say, the fans are not idiots. The fans are not stupid. We're not idiots. We watch the cricket and we understand the cricket. So there's a reason why we keep on calling that Rastan Chase should not be in the team. So I don't know if they should take him out to save him because the fans are bashing him. I think he should be taken out because he's not performing. That it's simple as that. Yeah. Afghanistan have qualified directly along with Bangladesh. Imagine that, and Ireland. Imagine that. And Ireland, Zimbabwe, Ireland, and West Indies in qualifiers. Because that is where our cricket is at. That is where our cricket is at right now. Chase hasn't been good for West Indies since early 2019 when he was good. He was good, but his reputation carrying him too low. All right. He shined at the same World Cup with Shubman Gill to show you. Exactly, Sterling. I remember the man telling me on the interview that he played with against Shubman Gill and these guys. It's just that, you know how our cricket is in the region. Once you finish at the under-19 level, sometimes the transition is not there and you have to go and toil. You don't play enough cricket to really get the reps under your belt. So it takes a little while. You understand? So, but the man is ready. Chase problem started when he tried to be a genuine all-rounder. He was a good batsman. Jamaica cricket in the mud. No India tour, no England tour, no CPL, no World Cup. You see, nothing at all, nothing at all, Reed. And as I said, we are the defending CPL champions, and we can't get a game, can't get a home game. Kurt McKenzie, Alec Arthanes, Kevin Sinclair, Jaden Seals, Teddy Bishop, and Casey Carty are the future of West Indies cricket. I mean, once they continue to put in the work, I would add Matthew Nandu to that also. You know, Matthew Nandu, pretty good cricketer, pretty good young cricketer. Started off the season with I think 1 or 2 centuries, just didn't kick on. But I would definitely have him in that list there. Sports to the bone. Happy I can do happy you can do more live show now apart from Sports Max. You're the best going around, and you address the sport to make it interesting, and you make your comments based on whoo. Look at the head swelling. I don't. Yeah, man. We'll get a chance to do some more live show every now and again. Not long live shows, just maybe an hour or so, but we'll get a chance to do more throughout the summer because, as I said, school is locked now, so I'm on break. And the good thing is, I'm not going to be coaching any sport this coming school year, so I don't have to do any coaching camp in the summer. So I'll be here. What do you think of my 11? I don't even remember which 11 that. Type it again. Yeah, Kevin D. Blessings. Korea need to prove himself internationally because him one of them will just come do one buck up good game then goes. Me agree with you, Alan. You see, the thing is, I can understand the reasoning behind having Korea in the team. And I think when our backs are against the wall, at how things are going now, I think I can depend on Korea more than how I can depend on Chase right now. In all honesty, even with the bat, and it's really weird to say that because Chase would have proven in the past that I'm taking Chase to the T20 World Cup destroyed him. But you see, the thing though, Sheldon, I won't back out now because I was one of them that said that he really earned his spot there. He earned his spot there because the CPL prior to that World Cup, well, the 2 CPLs, I think the one before he was the second top scorer in the CPL, and the one after he was the leading top scorer, and he was scoring pretty good. You understand? So and the fact that we were looking for somebody to bat at number 3, and quote unquote anchor the innings. He did the work back then. That's one thing with me, I will call you out when you're not performing, but when you did the work to get in the team, I will give you your props. And if you go back and watch all of those videos from a year or 2 ago, it's the same thing I was saying. Rastan Chase did the work to get into that World Cup team. He outperformed everybody in the CPL in terms of striking the ball. He outperformed all of them. And we were honestly looking for somebody to play that role. So he did the work to get in the team. It's the same thing with Alec Arthanes now. He did the work over a period of time to get in the team. So he should be there. Rastan Chase, he 2 CPL leading up to that World Cup, he did enough work. I think the one before, he was the second top scorer. And then the CPL before the World Cup, he was the top scorer, highest average, and I think highest strike rate. Well, maybe not the highest strike rate, but you get what I'm saying. So he did the work. I will bash him now, because for the last close to probably 2 years in terms of him playing ODI and Test, he hasn't done the work to get in the team. But don't get it wrong. I'm not going to take a man credit from him. He did the work to go to that World Cup. Some of the guys that went to that World Cup did not deserve to go there. So that is how I do my thing, Sheldon. I am tearing him down now in the sense that not tearing him down, but bringing out the facts. He has been poor over a period of time in ODI and Test cricket. But if you rewind to the selection of that T20 squad, from the 2 last CPL leading up to the selection of that World Cup squad, Chase did enough work to get on that squad. I can be going, but I am sure that I am remembering. All right, let me see what's going on here. Yeah, man, he did the work to come on, man. So as I said, I will call a spade a spade. He did enough work. I'm not gonna say that the thing is he did the work to get there. So I won't even say that's what mashed him up, because it's because he performed well enough while he was there, you know. Tourists, all right. Casey Carter should not be in the team, plain and straight. We have never we have other players who deserve to be in the team. His strike rate is too low, especially when he got a good start and need to move on with the game. All right. All right. Hanukkah, Jamaica locks the hotels to support the tourists. What did he just say? Jamaica locks the hotels to support the tourists. Why, you're funny. If that was the reason why we weren't hosting the games, we would have, you know, if that was a problem, we would host probably most of the games in the Caribbean. That's not the problem. The problem is that they are not getting the supporters in to make money, because cricket is a dying thing in Jamaica right now. Government not investing. Sabina Park, you can't depend on the drainage system. So there's a lot of cricket reasoning why that is so. I doubt it has anything to do with the hotels. Why West Indies cricket full with Beja, not least of the Caribbean nation. As I always say now, if the Bajans doing the work to make the team, I have no problem if it's 11 of them in there. But if they are in the team and you can't make the team, I have a problem with that. I always say you need the 11 best players to be representing us. If the 11 best players from one nation is from one island, they are representing the Caribbean. But as we speak, not all of them can actually make the team. And I always use this reference. I am Jamaican. And at one point in time, we had six or seven, probably 8 Trinidadians in the T20 team. Not in the latter part when it was all fronting, but in the earlier part when we had when we had Narayan and Badri and Bravo and those guys firing Pollard when they were firing. We had 6 or 7 of them in the team, and I had no problems with it because they were clearly better than the other T20 players around the Caribbean. So if it is a case where the Bajans are better, I wouldn't have any problem, but that's not the case, so I have a problem with it. You know? People was calling for a career ahead for South Africa, but I still have faith in him. It was the guy, Collison, that was too disruptive. I'm going to work with Curry a little bit, man. The problem is that I'm not sure if he's the long-term solution. But the only way, the long-term solution, whoever that leg spinner is, need to come and knock him out. I think the next leg spinner in line, he's only dominating in red ball cricket is Abjai. Well, not dominating, but he's performing well. Abjai Man Singh. You know, and as I always say, outperform the older players and get the spot. King Charles, Arthanes, Carty Drakes, Smith Akeem, Carrier Brooks, Hodge, and Sinclair. Oh, so that is the playing 11 for the final game. And you say King would captain it. I mean, it's a way to give the guys an opportunity. So who would be bowling the pace there? But so you're only playing one pace bowler. That is where I have a problem with that squad right there. That playing 11. I know you want to give them all a game, but you know, I'm not sure if it's a good idea to play on the one seamer. I have dated more Jamaican women than American. All right, boss. I hear you. Sports to the bone. Some demand them for follow lift up and Bravo and follow lift up and Bravo and retire cars are the only way for West Indies. You see some of them not play for West Indies. Chaser move like Devon Smith, them only good in a regional facts. I mean, but at the end of the day, if you do the work in regional cricket, you still need to get selected for that. But he hasn't done the work recently to get in the region to get selected, you know. Place who get the matches have more hotels. Places who get the matches have more hotels than Jamaica. All right, boss. Anything else? I hear you. Your analysis of Chi's situation is spot on. Yeah. All right, boss. I hear you. That is I hear you. I think Frank is there. Frank, are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me, Frank? Frankie, are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can. I can hear you.
All right, good. So
Yes.
we're almost at the end. Your time now. What say you?
Well, I was looking at the Ateneo situation, and I think the stupidity of the selectors is unbelievable. I think Haynes, I've respected him. I saw him when
Yeah.
he was in his prime as a player, so I have a lot of respect for him as a great cricketer. But as a selector, I think he's very poor. He seems somewhat kind of out of touch with what's going on currently in cricket. I don't know who's in his ear. I don't know if he's getting accurate information. I don't know what's going on, but some of his statements was kind of strange to me, you know, with regards to the selection that he's made, you know, because at the end of the day, he's the chief selector. So I would assume that he has the final say on his position. But the whole Atene's thing, I think it's time he should be at least in the one-day side by now. He should be set. This should be used to these games should be used to settle him into the side.
I mean, before you continue, Frank, as I said earlier, well, Desmond Haynes finally did the right thing to select him in the squad. So you would find that, I'm not sure if I'm incorrect, but usually the selector select the squad, and once they select the squad, they hand it over to the captain and the coaches. So I am thinking Darren Sammy and the captain, alongside the other coaches, they are the one that select the final 11. So the squad was selected by Desmond Haynes and his team. So once the squad is selected, the coach and the captain, you know, they are the ones that are working with them in training. So they are the ones that should be. But it's beyond me. It's beyond me to see the work that he has done at the regional level and still can't get a game. So I don't know who is to be blamed for this.
Yeah, and you're right. You're correct that when it comes to the team selection, is to do with the captain. I'm so far. I am impressed with Hope. I can't deny that as the captain. But so I think he probably needs to. Probably as time goes on, people like Hooper, people like that would have an influence. Although I know the assistant coach, but I think they'll have I think they will have an input. You know, things will change.
So you're looking for any changes in the? Would you have any changes for the final game?
I would say bring Atenes and Sinclair into the side. Definitely.
Yeah, those are my two changes. But then again, we hear that, you know, guys that are going to that are playing the World Cup qualifiers, they want them to play all the games. You know, they already have Rastan Chase and Casey Carty in the qualifiers. So I can understand that line of reasoning. But at the end of the day, I don't know why those guys were in the World Cup squad to begin with. So, you know, Atenes and Sinclair, they need to play.
As they say, he probably has Chase probably have some intangibles. We don't know.
I don't know, but it's weird. Yeah, I think we have Gio on. Are you hearing me, Gio? All right, good. So
yes, I am.
Before you come on, okay, Gio. So before you go on, anything else you want to add, Frank?
No, that would be all. Thanks.
All right, man. Thanks.
Because I'm in UK at the moment, so it's time for me to go to bed.
All right, man. Thanks for the support.
All right, brother. Take it easy.
Yeah, Gio.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm here.
Yeah, man. Well, a matter of fact, for the game today, man, I was low-key kind of disappointed in the game. I'm happy that win, but I was low-key disappointed because I felt like today it was 350 was on. We just got stuck in the middle.
350? Man, 380 was on. That's the first thing I said when I came on. 380 was on easy with that start that we got.
Well, I didn't wanna go overboard. Go overboard. That's why I said 350 minimum.
Mm.
350 minimum was on. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because we got
Mm.
stuck. I don't know what happened, man. Because to me, like, no disrespect to UAE or whatever,
Mm.
right? But like, you see the type of bowling, like
Yeah.
we know that. Say for example, the way we got off, like we know that from once we make over like 200, like 250.
Yeah.
UAE is not chasing that score. So
Mm.
all we had to do was just push on. I would just like some of the players, they were trying to like feel out the game, get their time. I'm like, come on, man. Like, this is like, I wouldn't want to
Mm.
say it's lollipop bowling, but some of these bowling was like, there's balls that meant to be hit.
They 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 had a bad day with the ball. I've seen UAE bowl better than that. I mean, they are not the greatest bowlers in the world, but today was an off day for them, and we did not capitalize. We didn't capitalize.
Yeah, I understand you totally, man. And
Mhm.
look, and like I said, I was disappointed that Anthony and Sinclair, because Akeem Jordan just played the other day. So I'm like, okay, they're probably gonna give Anthony a game, and they're probably gonna give Sinclair a game, because you know that after this what's it called, after this 3-match series, you know that we got 2 more warm up ODIs coming in for the World Cup qualifiers. So it's not like these players are gonna be missing in games. So
Hold on, we have two
I
more
thought,
warm-up games.
yes, the World Cup qualifier warm up on the third start on the 13th and the 16th. That's what we got.
Okay, yeah.
Because you know that before every World Cup, they always have
Yeah.
warm up
Thought you were
games.
talking
So
about
it's
another series. Mhm.
no, it's just a warm up qualifier. We're gonna play, I think, Scotland and the UAE again.
Mhm.
Scotland on the 13th and the UAE on, I think, the 16th or 15th, one of those days. So this time, because like I think that what they're trying to do, they're trying to, I guess, make a side that's gonna qualify for the world. That's gonna give us the best chance to qualify for World Cup, and still look at chances to give new players a game time. And Sinclair
Mhm.
is a must. If I don't see Sinclair after this tomorrow, like day after tomorrow, I'm probably not gonna even be cared about it, because they need to like give those players a chance.
All right, man. So, any changes for the final game for you? Sinclair and
Like I
Artemis?
Yeah, Sinclair Athens, and fullback Kimo Paul, because I need him to get one more game
All
because he's
right.
still kind of rusty.
Yeah, makes sense. All right, brother.
Man.
All right, man. Thanks for the connect. All
All
right,
right.
my peeps. We are right at that time. We have already passed the time. I know you guys are always sad when it comes to the end of the live show, But you know it go already. We can do the 2-3 hour live shows again. We have to try and split it up because of other responsibilities these days. But it was fun talking to you all. And tomorrow morning you can watch out for another video as usual. And then hopefully we can do the same thing after Friday's game if I'm not preoccupied. But that is basically it for all those who are here in the comment section showing their support. For all those who came out late, that's why I said turn on this the notification bell so you can be notified when we go live. The idea is for me to try and go live every Sunday once I'm available. But the fact that I'm home now in the holiday here, every now and again on weekdays, I might just go live. And once I'm going live, it's gonna be 6 o'clock America time where I am at. If you're in Jamaica, that's 5. And I think Trinidad and Guyana and the other parts, I would be what? Maybe 6 same way. Just make sure you subscribe and turn on the post notification bell, and you will be notified. Gonna leave it right there for now, my viewers and subscribers. Stay blessed, and I will see you soon.
This I wanna nail sports to the bone. Top blogger, top YouTube channel. No matter which sports, yeah, we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.